camera pointing in the right direction? It looks like it's down.
Well, I've got it down on my table. So
but you can actually adjust it while you're talking?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't. You can.
Oh, it's going to stay there for...
Yeah.
Get it on. You got to get going.
I'm gone.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. When you pop in, just let us know that you're here, and we'll give it just a couple of minutes to get started. And make sure we can project well, and you can see and you can hear us. Whoever's here, just go ahead and give us some input, and we can monitor that before we get too involved. But this is the bunny belly, what I call it? Ruffle Belly Bunny Arrangement. Say that. Say that.
Ruffle Belly Bunny.
Say it 12 times.
Brief.
What? Huh?
Ruffled baby bunny belly.
Ruffled Belly Bunny Arrangement. Ruffle Belly Bunny Arrangement.
3 times.
Say
Ruffled bunny belly arrangement.
Okay, so
You need to be doing the talking here.
I know. I'm Terry Marshall with Millendale Designs, and this is my husband, David Marshall, and our shop dog, Honey Ritu. And today's tutorial, David's going to stay over off camera and monitor the comments, and if there's any questions that you might have that I can answer right at that time, then I will. But for the sake of time, I'm going to go through pretty much the tutorial so we don't spend a whole lot of time with back and forth questions. If you have questions, post them in the news feed. And then after the video is complete and tutorial's done, then I'll go back and answer your questions as best I can. So share the video. Make sure you invite your friends. Let's spread the word. This is a craft that just about anybody can do. And I think I've given you a supply list. You can download it from my website. It's on a PDF. And there are just some links there that you can see the things that I've used, the materials. So y'all ready to get started? Do we have any hearts yet? People commenting? Y'all ready to get started?
We're ready.
So let's get started, Honey Ritu.
Thank you for joining from rainy Louisiana.
Yeah, it's nasty outside, but we're going to have some fun. Okay. I started this tutorial in my head. I was in Hobby Lobby and I had these bunny kits, and I was thinking, what could I do to make a big fat belly? Now I know that there are those half work wreath forms that you can get from Craig Bachman, or Trendy Tree carries them. And that's one way to do it, but I wanted something I could stick a lot of things into. So this is what I came up with. When I saw this at Hobby Lobby, I thought this is going to be perfect. So this is the half styrofoam ball. Hope you can see it. Yep. This is on your supply list. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. You can get it on Amazon. If you get it at Hobby Lobby, you could use your coupon if it's not on sale. And this is just an 8-inch half ball. And that's what we're going to use. Now, you can paint it. I had painted this one today, and it seemed to work pretty good because I didn't really want the white showing through. Or on this particular bunny, I just took burlap and wrapped it. Just burlap cloth, and then just pinned it on the inside. But I can kind of show you that, how I did it on this one here in a minute. But you don't really see it that much, so it's not that big a deal. And the bunny kit, you can get these from Trendy Tree, Amazon, Craig Bachman. A lot of the craft supplies will have them. And this was this one I picked up. I did use a bigger head on this particular one. I don't know why, that was just the head I had. So, okay, let's get started. Now, I don't know if I need to leave this guy here. Maybe I'll just put it somewhere. Here, come get this bunny. We're passing the bunny. He's taking up too much of my workspace. Okay. Y'all excited? This is going to be fun. I want all of you to make this. Okay, the first thing that I think you need to do, and I did this later in my steps, is cover the bottom. the bottom of the foam ball, half ball. The reason I'm saying that is because you're going to have all kind of stuff poking through this, and I'm going to use the brown one, but you're going to have all kind of stuff poking through here. So just as a finishing on the bottom, this is an 8-inch cake round piece of cardboard. You can get them in a package, and that's just what I decided to use because it's perfect, the perfect size. And so you're just going to take that and finish off your bottom, okay? It's just easier to do it now. Now, what I used, and this is on your supply list, are greening pins. Let's see if you can see them. And if you can see this, is there a bug in here? It's a ladybug. Okay, take your greening pins, line this up, and then it's real easy to push them through. You can also glue this too if you wanted. But it's got these ridges. See how it's got these things? You could cut those off. In fact, let's just cut them off. Where's my knife?
We have a special visitor today.
Who? Regina?
No, somebody from Arkansas, Patricia Bratton.
Hey, cuz! You need to be down here helping me. I've got crafty cousins. Okay, so I'll just cut those ridges off, and you can run a line of glue around. Let me get another glue stick. If you want, just put a line of glue, hot glue, around the bottom. And be careful, this glue is hot. Alright, so I'm going to put the cardboard side, the brown side down, and then just stick it on the bottom there. See how that lines up perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to take my greening pin, excuse me, and just push through the cardboard. Can everybody hear me okay? Well, I say I'm going to push it through the cardboard. I know it does. And you can take your needle nose pliers and push it down. Or hammer it.
You've got all the southern states. We've got 2 or 3 from Tennessee, Arkansas, North Carolina, Texas.
Yay.
All the good South is represented today.
Okay, so I'm just going to take these greening pins and push them. Well, it worked much better when I didn't have a camera on me. Okay, these sleeves got to come up. I had on a different shirt and it was cold out here. So, okay. So I think if you just put 4 with the glue, put them like at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I had to think of my times.
What if it's Central Time
It
or
won't
Eastern
matter.
Time? Doesn't matter.
You just do it earlier or do it later. Now, if you really wanted to be fancy, if you were selling this, you could put a piece of felt on, cut a piece of felt to kind of give it that finished look. Okay, that's all there is to it. Now, the deco mesh that I used is this Poly Jute snowball, I think is what they call it. And it comes in a 10-yard roll. You're going to cut 10-inch pieces. And I've already done that for sake of time. Cut these 10-inch pieces. Now, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this, because if you don't have a pick machine like I do, and you're just, a crafter and you want to just do this on your own time, and you don't do this for a business, you can also use your greening pins for this. But I'm going to show you how to do it both ways. The first way I'm going to show you is the way I do it, which is with my pick machine. So I took some chenille stems, and I've already pre-cut a bunch of them, but I usually take a bundle of them, fold them in half. Can everybody see all this? I guess they can. Fold them in half.
Looks great. You're on air.
Okay. Then I'm going to cut those in half. And then I'm going to fold them again and cut them again. Okay, so you come out with these little pieces. All right, here's what happens. You're going to take your poly mesh, and the finished edges are going to be the edges of we're making ruffles. So we're going to go straight down the middle. Hope you can see. Straight down the middle, just like you're gathering a bow tie. And there are 2 ruffles per pick. So I'm going to do the second one. And you're going to end up with this. Okay? Then I'm going to take my chenille stem, put it down the middle. And it's kind of short, but it'll work. Promise. Give it a twist. Okay. I might have cut this one just a little bit too short. Give it a twist, and then pull it away from where your stem is, where the tail of it is. And that I'm going to lay in my pick machine. My pick machine's been acting up. Probably needs oil. And I'm going to lay it in there and pick that little chenille stem. So you see what I have there? Okay. This is where the magic starts. You're just going to start randomly covering this sphere. And so you can either use a glue gun. I like using my glue pan because it's just faster. Just give it a little dip. And then start pushing in those picks. Okay? Now, we're going to just fill this ball up. Completely fill it up. If you don't have a pick machine and you want to do this with greening pins, these are very inexpensive and you can get them at the floral department. I'll put a link that you can see those. What I would suggest you do is do individual ruffles instead of trying to bundle the 2. You could try it with 2 and it probably would work. But what you would do is put a little glue on that, push this on your ball, and then you're just going to push this around it, kind of like a staple. You see what I mean? And then just push that in there to hold it. Okay? So you do have an option if you don't have a pick machine. I'm going to continue to use the pick machine because it's just faster to me.
You know, last time you talked a lot about the pick machine, and several of your ladies and guys actually bought them.
Yeah.
And I guess they're getting use out of it and saw the value.
Yeah, definitely. It will change the way you do things because it is a lot faster. Somebody else asked me, why do you use a pick machine? Well, if you're using a stem that you want to break apart, it gives you that flexibility to really break apart your pieces and utilize them that way.
Paulette Rickenbach got one for her birthday.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yep, $75 from eBay plus shipping. Oh, included shipping.
Wow, that was a steal.
If that's still out there, then everybody ought to go buy 2 and give to a friend.
Yeah. That was awesome. Congratulations on that. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to put these ruffles together. And this little bunny is going to start looking like a ruffle bunny. Okay, so pull this kind of apart. Now, I think I counted on the one I did 22, but one 10-yard roll more than cover it. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just start working my way down. Thought I had glue on my finger. And depending on how full you want your ruffles, you can either, you know, stop after 10 or however you want to do it. But I'm just going to sort of kind of work my way down from the center and fill those in. And you can use any kind of color you want. I just picked this because it kind of looked like a natural bunny look. And once you get going, it goes pretty fast. Twist. Let's put a picture on it. And we'll come here on the other side. And it pushes through really easy, this styrofoam, which works really nice. Okay, so we're just starting to build our ruffle. You could do a couple of different color combinations. So say, for instance, if you wanted to just put one color of the khaki and then maybe do another color, pink or something like that. Doesn't have to be the colors I've selected. Is everybody following me so far?
Nobody's left. We got 73 people today. I think that's a new Mill & Deal record.
Yeah. The bad thing about this snow stuff is it does look like you've played in the snow afterwards. I may be covered in it by the time I get through. Wow, this one's really short. Now you could just do one ruffle at a time. Again, you don't have to do two. For sake of time, I'm just bundling two together to get more coverage. But you could do one at a time if you wanted. If you're finding it hard to get that chenille stem around it. Now I'm just going to push this in. So, you see we're just kind of building the ruffles. And I'm the worst about shaping. I'll just sit there and it's kind of like going to the beauty shop and the hairdresser will just play with your hair and fluff it, and that's how I am with ribbon. Please share our video if you want to invite somebody. We're still going live, so there's still time for them to hop on and be a part of what we're doing today. The video will be available after it's completed, and it will just, instead of saying live, it will say was live. That's past tense, so you can share it after that.
Lori Mozerowitz, I may have said that wrong, sorry Lori, but she saw the door with the umbrella on it. That was a shopping spree that I went with Terry on last night, wasn't it?
Was it last night or night
or
before?
yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, yesterday.
We went to Hobby Lobby to get some more bunny forms, and Terry, going down the aisle, saw that, and this morning I noticed she had turned it into a wreath. I had no idea what she was going to do. But
he never asked questions. I could just get inspiration from, you know, the weirdest places. But that's in the party section at Hobby Lobby. They are paper umbrellas. They come in pink, yellow, white. I didn't like the white because it kind of looked dirty, but because they're paper. it kind of showed through. But pink, purple, blue, yellow. Anyway, that might be a new tutorial. So.
Or maybe we could do a taping of going through Hobby Lobby. Could be a,
That'd be fun.
well, we might need to edit that.
Yeah. Hobby Lobby's fun sometimes. I don't go in there a lot. Usually just for a few supplies here and there.
And I don't go with you a lot
he usually
either.
isn't with me. But when I told him how fast these bunnies were selling, I was kind of running really low, and that Hobby Lobby had them. He said, we need to go get some. So that's what we did.
Your bunnies multiplied during the night.
They sure did. Okay. Give it a twist. It's the same step over and over until you fill up this dome. Or half ball, whatever you want to call it. We are almost at 12,000 fans, so I want to just thank everybody who's joined us recently. We love creating things for your home. We have a full line of home decor on our website, and you can shop 24/7. It's easy to add it to your cart. You can use PayPal. You can use any credit card you choose. It's a secure site, and we'll be happy to ship out whatever you're looking for.
Or you can drive to Shreveport and
Or you can drive and stay on shipping.
spend the night and go to the casinos, and we'll take you to dinner and buy directly from the warehouse.
I'm getting glue all over my fingers. Okay, so this is how it's starting to look. And I might just put single ones down here toward the bottom. Again, there's
one of the ladies, while you're doing that with the pick machine, she just jumped in, I think.
Yep.
We're up to about 76, and it was Renessa Niemeyer or Nymir, I'm not sure, but she wants to know what the hand machine is you're using. And of course, you've talked about it, but explain again, because that's one of the oldest tools that you have, and honestly, never had any trouble with it. But you got to oil it.
You have to oil it.
You got to oil it, as they tell you, on a somewhat regular basis. But explain for jumping in here.
Okay, this is it's called a pick machine. It's made by, the one I have is made by Steel Picks, and that's P-I-X, Steel Picks. It dispenses little steel picks. I mean, just pushing on it like that. Let me get and you can pick your floral stems, and like for me, I'm using this to do this craft today with the chenille stems as a way to push it into this styrofoam. So I'm just going to lay that in there, and then I push it on, and this is what I get. A way to push it into the...
Do you have some picks handy down below where you can pull out?
I'll just pull
show her.
This is what it looks like before it's closed together. And all the machine does is just pull these little, what do you want to call these? Tabs. Squeezes it together around your stem so that it holds secure. It. And it's real secure. I use this all the time, every single day, for just about everything I do.
Well, its construction is key to having a good product.
Right. You want it to stay together, especially for me. Now, this would be different if I was just doing this for my own personal use, but since I'm selling these to customers, I want it to be sturdy and not fall apart.
Who was the lady that had the tornado go through?
Yeah, it was high winds, but it was real bad weather. Kathy Fraser from Kansas. Hi, Kathy, if you're here. and one of my wreaths, it was a fall wreath, I believe, and it went flying off of her front door into the front yard. And I mean, end over end, it was flipping around, just going across the front yard. And her husband went chasing it, and not one thing came off of it. So I think she told me it was 60-mile-per-hour winds. So I can't say that would happen on everything I design, but, you know, that was a good testament to how we construct things here. We want them to stay together. Okay. So I'm just randomly picking places to push these in. Don't get too analytical about it. Just fill up the spots. And just because the ruffles are so pretty, there's no right or wrong way to do it as far as placement. It can be as full as you want it. Now the real magic comes is when we start putting the bunny on, and I've got a really neat trick to show you on how to do that.
Debbie Smith has questions. You're taking some things for granted. Like she wants to know what you're dipping the pick into.
Oh, this is. Can you see it on the camera?
Maybe not.
Maybe. Let me pull it closer.
It looks like we're frying chicken.
Yeah, little chicken fried steak. This is my make-do glue pan because my little glue pan that I was using cratered on me. During Christmas, I was trying to get an order out, and so I had to send David to Walmart to get one, and this is just a regular electric skillet. But this is, let me show you. This is the one I really prefer. This is a Surebonder skillet, and you melt your glue in it, glue pillows. And this is on the supply list, if you go to my supply list. And this is, it's a 7-inch square. And the reason I prefer this one, it just doesn't take up as much space on my work table. But I've already got this one loaded from Christmas, so I'm not using this one right now.
They're just electric skillets is all they are.
Yeah, but this is really kind of designed to be a crafting type, and it's got the temperature on the handle. So, and they're not very expensive, so grab one of those when you are out, or order it on Amazon and let them deliver it. Okay, it's starting to fill up. It's getting there. I'm just going to put a few more down at the bottom. And again, I've gone to single ones kind of down at the bottom, but you can keep doing doubles if you want. Now, there are bigger spheres than this. So if you wanted a bigger, I think the other one's maybe 12 inches. So if you wanted to really have a big piece, you could use, you know, it would take more material to cover it. But they do come in a bigger size. Now, this is the reason I wanted a bottom on this, because all those picks that are sticking through this styrofoam, you don't have to worry about them. You don't want to see them. And that's a way to just hide them. Okay, getting close. You can use any bunny kit. There's several on the market. I just happen to have these in the shop, so that's what I'm using. All right. People are really shopping for Easter right now, so hopefully this will be something that you can either make and keep for yourself or sell it. Okay, there's just a few spots I want to fill in where I can still see the brown form. So I'll do that, and then we'll get the bunny on there. This really doesn't take that long. most time-intensive part of it, of course, is this ruffle. And getting the glue off of your manicure. This is my happy place when I'm able to come and create something new that maybe nobody else has done and share it with all of you and see you be successful. We are in my shop. Those of you that are new to me, we built the shop, what, 3 years ago?
Well, about 4 years ago.
Was it 4? I worked in my garage for a couple of years till I decided whether or not people really liked my things. And then we built the shop, or had it built. It's 2 stories. The upstairs is a mess. It's full, about 600 square feet and about 1,200 square feet total. And this, of course, my downstairs area is where my office is and my crafting tables and embroidery machines and sewing machines and Cameo and hot press, heat press. And this is where all the magic happens. Alright, I think we're about through. Got this one spot. And of course you can always go back and fill in if you see a spot. You know, that needs it. This one spot right here might need one. But see how this is just kind of growing? The ruffles are so pretty. And it's snowing in my shop. Okay. Ooh, these lights are getting hot now. I should have left my short sleeve shirt on.
Well, another few minutes, you can make it.
Yeah. I got cold and I put
Leave
this.
your top on.
Put this on, trust me. All right, let's see if we can start getting the bunny on here. All right, I think that's pretty full. If not, I can always go back and put a few more pieces here and there. Well, maybe just one more right there. Again, these are 10-inch sections. I just cut them on my rotary mat with a rotary blade. It goes really fast.
Your cousins are planning a trip to Shreveport.
Come on! I won't cook, but I'll meet you somewhere to eat. I have the best cousins, but they're so far away we don't get to see each other very much. Well, they're just in Hot Springs, but my business keeps me tied to the shop pretty much, so I don't get to go many places. We would love a visit. All my cousins can sing. Oh my goodness, you know how it kind of runs in the family? They can sing the paint off of a wall. Very talented. Okay, here's what we have. I think we're going to stop here with the ruffle. Now, here was a choice that I made when I was doing this. You could actually do the bunny as a wreath. So you could hang it this way, put a hanger on it, put the head here, and have the legs coming down this way. So you can make that decision to either make it sort of a door hanger at this point, or if you want to use it for a centerpiece. The centerpiece would have the head here, and the wreath would have the head there at the back. So it would be, you know, like that. So this is what you call a versatile craft. But you have to make a decision. Do you want it as a centerpiece, or do you want it as a door hanger. Okay. Here's my wreath kit, and again, I used a bigger head on the other bunny. There's feet, we're going to use those, or paws. Now, this particular bunny comes with a hanger. If you were going to use this as a door piece, you could leave that on there, and that's how you would hang your door hanger. I'm going to get rid of this stick. Alright, let me show you why. Don't ever throw away a stem, especially these that are sort of bendable, not the plastic kind. I've got a whole drawer full of, can you see those? That's a whole drawer of this type of material, and these are just some that I've cut off flowers from, so I saved these, and here's why. I use these to attach things to my design, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Again, I'm using my pick machine. I'm going to dispense a pick, put it on the bottom of this wire. Now I'm going to leave it this length because I'm not sure how far I want to push it in. Then I'm going to take this, put in a little bit of glue.
Kathy Frazier just commented, you gave her a great idea. She's going to be helping with a wedding, and just using what you did with the half styrofoam
for an accent,
for table, work from there.
Absolutely, you could do that. That would be so cool. And you know what you could do, Kathy, is put in a little 4x6 frame and stick it out of the middle. Have two, maybe one facing one side, one facing the other, and put the couple's pictures, or put a saying, or the table number in the center. That would be cute.
I missed it, but we just topped 100. We're at 106.
Awesome.
And one of the ladies, obviously there's still ladies coming in, but Midge Fallon wanted to know if you painted the dome, the piece of styrofoam.
I did. I painted it. Well, I've used it. I don't know if you can see it. I painted it brown.
Sure what it was.
But it was this way. Just white. I just spray painted it. You can hand paint it. Or you can cover it in fabric, burlap fabric, just glue it on. I just didn't want this stark white showing through. So that's a good question. Okay, so we're back to this. I'm going to take this pick with glue, and I'm going to stick it in. Because this is a small one, you don't really need to do two, but I'm going to do two because I did two on the bigger head. I'm just going to push this in to his head. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a measurement to see how long I want I want to make sure it goes down into the dome. So I think if I cut this about halfway, then I can use the other side. This is a small enough one, you could just use one in the middle. I'm going to pick it. But on my bigger head, I used two, so I'm going to just show you how I did two. Just kind of pick a spot. This doesn't show, so. And this is styrofoam, these little heads. Just push it through. Okay, come back. I pushed too hard. Okay, so if you wanted, you could make these the same size. It doesn't matter, really.
Where'd you get the bunny head? Somebody's asking.
This one came from General Wholesale, but it's a Burton & Burton head, but Craig Bachman also makes them. There are lots of, it's on my supply list. You can find it and order it on Amazon if you wanted. So I'm going to take my pick machine now, and I'm going to pick these stems on the bottom. I don't know if Hobby Lobby's carrying these little bunny kits. I didn't see them yesterday when we were there. I've got a stuck pick, so I'm just going to make that come out.
While you're doing that, Brenda Bracken asking about the paint. She won't know what kind. It's just a brown. In this case, it's a brown spray paint.
It was Design Master October Brown. I'm sure I got it at Walmart or something. All right, so now decide where you...
Somebody's asking about how many picks you wound up using. Oh, you can't see them. How many do you think you use?
Ruffles?
Ruffles with
I
the
think
pick.
there are 22, but it depends on how full you want it, so you could do more or less.
So you think there's 22 somewhere?
Yeah, there were 22 on that other bunny.
Okay, well that gives
Okay, so now
them
you're
an
going to
idea.
decide, like I think this is the front that I want to use. It doesn't really matter. But you're going to find your center, dip your picks in your glue, or if you have a glue gun, just glue them up. Find out where your center is, and then we're just going to take this and push it down through that styrofoam. Okay. And that's not going anywhere. But here's, Kathy, here's where you could put your frames. Just push them down into this styrofoam. This bunny's hat is kind of like all in his eyes. Okay, now I'm going to cut the string off the back just because I'm not using this one as a door hanger. And then just kind of look at it and make sure it's in the center where you want it.
You're going to want to flip that up, that hat. That one's been through a rainstorm or something, looks like. Let's see how this one... Yeah, you might want to put a bit of glue on it.
Okay, I thought I was like, I can't see his eyes. Let's flip it up.
If you don't have a pick machine, which not everybody has one, and maybe not at this time, so
I'm going to put this in there.
Susan Norton is asking, how would you attach the head if you didn't have the pick machine? Some ideas from you, I guess.
You could push either, you know, those sticks that you get for shish kebabs. Let me see if I've got
A food skewer.
Yeah, it's a food skewer.
They have those at Hobby Lobby too. I saw them.
Yeah. Like these. You could use this. See, it's got a pointed end on the end. Just cut it, put glue on it, stick it in there.
Cut it to the length.
Cut it to your length. Yeah, that would work. Okay, this bunny's hat is, I don't know if that helped or not. Okay, now we're going to put the legs on. We are almost finished. These particular legs are just floppy legs, and because I wanted, hand me the bunny there, Dave. The bunny I did. And because I wanted to be able to shape these legs, let me show you a trick to do that. Because they were floppy like this one. Okay. Again, we're going to take sticks. Get that over there.
Wanda Lowry was asking, I hate to keep interrupting, but they're trying to, you know, learn what all you use.
This glue's making me nuts.
The ball is an 8-inch half ball,
Right.
styrofoam ball.
Yep. And it's on, there's a document that you can download, a PDF. It's got all of the materials in it. With the measurements, the SKUs, there's a link to Amazon just so you can see the picture. You can certainly buy it from Amazon if you wanted. But all those materials, the ball, the bunny kit, everything's there, and it will have it all listed out for you. Now, this has a clamp, which I don't need. So I'm just going to pull that off. Okay. Now this wouldn't work with this stiff stick. The reason being is these things bend. So if that's the case, if you don't have a pick machine or the ability to do this, you could just lay these legs in there. They'll be floppy. But that's not horrible. But it's just not the way I did it. Okay, so I'm going to run a pick on this end. And then I'm going to take it. I'm not going to put glue on it. I'm going to fish it through, and this is sharp, so it's going to go through that burlap. I'm going to fish it through the leg, and it may grab as you go down. Okay, if it comes through the burlap, just pull it back out and recenter it. Kind of try to get in the center. Now, I've gotten to the foot, okay? So I'm going to kind of angle it straight up and down because I don't want it coming through the bottom of the foot. So I'm going to come and just kind of give it a push. And don't push too hard because it'll come through the toe or something. Okay, so now we have, instead of a floppy leg, we have a stiff leg that we're going to be able to do what we want to with it. All right. So now I'm going to pick this end. I'm going to trim that just a little bit because I don't want all that wire. I'm going to put a pick on this end.
Debbie Schott was wanting to know why you use glue if the picks are going into the styrofoam, and I'll answer that. Terry uses glue on just about everything because you don't know what's going to happen to that wreath whenever it leaves the shop, and people, will, for one, we're shipping around the country, and you don't want it to come loose during shipment, and you don't want the customer to pick it up and it comes sliding out.
Yeah.
So Terry just she's dipping into the glue pan all the time. And she gets mad when I mess with it and play with it, but it's always on and she's always dipping. So
just
to answer your question,
probably overkill for me, but again, because I'm selling these products, I want them to be top notch, and it's in construction. Okay, so I've got my pick on the end of this, and we're going to decide where you want the legs. I came about halfway down from where the head was, about halfway down, and just picked a little area that I think like where a leg would be, and I'm just going to push this in to the ball. Okay, now that kind of looks like he's going down the mountain on a sled. But what you can do here is, the reason that I love using these bendable things is you can now just bend his little leg, put it right where you want it. You could even cross them once we get the other leg on there. And see how easy that is to put that in there. How cute is that? Look. And it's not coming out because it's got a pick in it. All right, let's do the other leg.
Are you putting these on a website for sale?
I have the big ones. This one's for sale already.
Mary Ledger was asking if they're for sale and how much are you selling them for?
The one that I already have done, this guy, I think is 60 something 50.
68.50.
Maybe 68.50.
You like that number for some?
Yeah, I do like that number. It's kind of the magic number. All right, so I'm going to get another stick. Let's see, I think I like this one better. We're going to pick the end. And we're getting close to getting finished. Okay, so I'm going to put, oh no, I don't want to put glue on that because it'll hang. My mistake. I'm not going to glue it to push it through that leg because it will hang up. So, no glue this time. Push it through the back of the leg. There's a seam there. And whatever wreath kit you end up using, some of the legs on some of the wreath kits are already wired so that you can move them around. So you won't have to do this step. But is anybody showing me any love? Do I have any hearts? Do you see hearts?
I'll give you one.
Thank you, sweetie. All right, so we're at the bottom where the foot is, and I'm just going to angle the foot up so that it doesn't come through the bottom, and I'm going to push that pick.
Well, the hearts are going across the screen now.
Yay!
Oh my God, look.
Oh, that's awesome.
I wish you could do a screen. Can I do a screen catch, or would it?
I don't know. I don't know how to tell you to do it.
They're pouring.
Yay, thank
you.
y'all.
You should feel loved.
I
Look,
do.
baby.
I do feel loved. All right, so we've got this leg done. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut off just about to about 1 inch at the end. And I'm going to pick that end. And now the glue comes. Just a
Pam
little.
Rodder just woke up. She just got in.
Hey, Pam! What's going on in Heber Springs? So I'm just going to put the other leg right about here. Again, no right or wrong way to do it. Just kind of make sure the legs look like they're somewhat even. Now I'm going to bend this guy. Okay, all that's left to do is put the hands on. Or the paws. I guess they're not hands. You can tell I don't have rabbits. Bunnies. He's cute! Okay, this wreath kit has these little paws and it's got these things, which I think I took off. Yep. I'm just going to take that off. Just a little clip. We've been making bunnies like crazy, or I have, here in the shop. I think we've got 4 shipments for tomorrow. Here's the other paw.
All bunnies?
All bunnies. Going out. And I've got 6 custom orders on my board that I need to work on. I'm decorating 2 houses for Easter this week. 1 not being mine. Mine's still got Christmas in it. Okay.
That green order's been up there a long time. You need to jump on
I
that.
know. I will. I promise. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did on the feet to the paws. Whoops. I'm going to do a pick on the end. And I'm gonna, this time I'm putting glue. What just fell? I don't know. I'm going to put it through the back. Now be careful that you don't stick through the opposite end. So stop right before it goes.
And honestly, I hate what you're doing. You need to...
I know. Safety first.
I mean, seriously,
because I could poke myself through.
Exactly. You need to find some way to do that. Don't teach him to do it like that.
Hey, these picks are real sharp, so he's absolutely right. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a measurement to see how far in I want this paw to go, so it's going to kind of be like that. And I don't need all this excess, so I'm going to trim it off. And I'm going to pick it on this end. Okay. Glue. Now just kind of figure out where the arms will go. Kind of halfway between, kind of like the feet over here. And I'm just going to stick it through. I think I'm coming at it the wrong angle, so... Well, in some instances, the pick bends.
I feel like we're selling the pick machines today.
Everybody's asking about
Are there different size picks?
There are. I use the 2 1/8 inch. That's also listed on my supply list.
I didn't know that.
I use 2 1/8. Okay, so now I got it in there. And then you can just bend that little stick however you want the paw to be shaped or positioned. I think I just had this one kind of turned down like so. And then you can fluff your ruffles kind of around where the stick is. Okay, we're almost finished. Yay! Make sure that's going to be good. Probably the way to do this paw would be to push it on the table. Will that work, safety engineer? If I did it down toward the table.
Well, not everything you use is like that, but people need to be thinking about that is a pick.
It's sharp.
And it could just slip through, and you don't want to be the one teaching it that way.
Yeah. Just be aware. Don't sue me if you cut yourself.
Damon Oates.
Hey, Damon, I'm still coming to kidnap you.
He says he would be cute holding a small Easter basket.
Yes.
Like his Easter, like an Easter wreath.
Yep. You could do all kind of things. Put an Easter egg. But yeah, holding a little basket would be adorable. Oh, I gotta do the tail. I'm glad I remembered. Okay, so this is going on the other side. Find a spot, kind of make sure they're even. You could put tulips inside. This thing's grabbing me. Well, this one's not wanting to go in. Or maybe I'm just getting weak. I may have to get Daddy over here to push this in.
You've hit something.
I don't know. It's hanging up. Help!
Pull it out and start over somewhere else because you hit something.
Well, there's nothing in there. It's hollow. Now it came out of my pick.
Just put a new pick on.
Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, new pick. Okay, call for reinforcements. Kind of put it right there. Right there.
How far down?
Until this is even with the ruffle.
That's long.
Huh? No, it just needs to poke out a little bit. There it goes.
No, my pliers slipped. We're going to have to stop the tape. Spend the afternoon getting this down.
No, sure, why it's not going in?
Why is it so long?
Because I want it to go way in so I can bend it and shape it. What in the world?
Get a drill. I think you've gotten too much going in at one place or something.
Maybe. We'll just push it in from there. David's my construction superintendent. Don't crack it. There we go.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was an ordeal. Not sure what that was all about. Okay, so there's the other arm. And we can just bend it so the paw's in the right position. Okay. So there's that part. Now, I'm just going to put the bunny tail on the back, which is what I used for this other one was a hydrangea. Just a piece. You could use a bunny tail tool, you know, cut a little tail, and I picked it. And I'm going to put a little glue, of course. And we're just going to stick this in the back. And now he has a hydrangea bunny tail. Okay, this one I did ribbon. This will be the final step. And you don't have to add the ribbon. Damon had a great idea to do the Easter basket. You could put Easter eggs. I've got little picks. Let's see where they are here. Here's some cute picks. You could actually put these coming out of the ruffles. You know, just you can go crazy with it depending on what you want. So for this one, I've cut 12-inch strips of ribbon, and I don't know that I have my ribbon here. This glue is making me nuts. Grab these two ribbon, David, and I'll just show them how I did one. There's only 4 places on this bunny.
Any ribbon?
This, let's do the green, the one I have. No. That's purple. Let's see. Look over there, under the bunny heads. There's some ribbon there. Okay. Something with green in it. The 1.5 inch. Yeah, let's use these two. Okay. This is just a 1.5 inch ribbon. Let me put him kind of over to the side. I cut 12-inch strips. Y'all still with me? We're almost done. Everybody's going to be making bunnies tonight.
We've lost a few people, but 83 are still online.
Yay!
So
let me see some hearts if you want me to do my next tutorial on the umbrella. Let's see who's still there.
that'd be a quick one too.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just cutting 12-inch, and I'm doing chevroning the ends.
South Louisiana just chimed in with Regina Sellers.
Hey, Regina. Okay. So the way I do these is put them kind of together. Find your center. Pinch it. You can take those same chenille stems that we used earlier, the pieces, wrap it around your ribbon, give it a twist, and pick it. Again, if you're not using a pick machine, you can use the greening pins. To do this as well. That would be these things. And you can just push your ribbon down with that, kind of like a staple. So this is what I do. I've got the chenille stem here. Now I'm going to pick a place that I want to put this ribbon, which is kind of like right between his arm and leg, or paw. Push it in, not too far because you want to be able to see the ribbon, and then I'm just going to pull those two things apart.
Tell your guys and gals again, we got somebody that's asking, she's coming late, I think, where you got the head, the bunny head and feet and hands.
If you go to the, I'm going to put the document in the description of our video at the end, and there's a link on an Amazon link, and you can, there's a couple different options for wreath kits. You can either order them Amazon. There's lots of suppliers that have them. Trendy Tree, some other places that have bunny kits. Treasures by Tina Marie, Craft Outlet. I put those Amazon links mainly so you could just see what the picture looks like and the cost. But, you know, it's the same thing with everything. There's prices all over the board. So...
My favorite country just chimed in.
Australia!
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carrie from Australia.
Hi, welcome.
We're going to come see her one day.
I would love it. I would love it. We probably have a lot to share with each other. I'm in a coaching group, and in my coaching group there is at least one lady from Australia, maybe two.
Is Lynn Keys a company?
Mm-hmm. She sells supplies too.
Okay, because Brenda Bracken just said Lynn Keys has bunny kits.
Yep, you can do that. Whatever you want to do. So again, you can embellish this however you would like to. Put any kind of ribbon or picks or tulips or butterflies or anything like that. And I'm just going to put this ribbon right here. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to add any more ribbon. I'm just going to put these 2 pieces in. But there you have it. We did it in about an hour because we took some time to talk. So less than an hour, you can have this cute little kit all put together. Sit it on a table, a side buffet, somewhere in your dining room. Be really sweet. Or if you need a gift for somebody, this would be a great gift. You can put this together and they would think you were so cool to do that. Any questions before we sign off today? I've got glue strings.
I've been trying to keep you answering questions. You know, we may have missed some, but people want to know about the bunny head. There are a lot of questions about the pick.
Okay.
So if they'll go back and watch the video
From the
again,
beginning.
some of the people that are coming in are...
Let me just recap. Okay, so there's a document that I will post the link to. It's just a PDF, and it's got all the supplies that I used, including what type of wire cutters I prefer, the scissors I use, they got gooky, my needle nose pliers, the glue pan. I've even put chenille stems. There's a complete list for the jute mesh, all that. On a PDF document, I'll put the link. All you have to do is click on that, and it will take you to just a list. It doesn't mean you have to buy them there. It just gives you a way to look and see what they are. Of all the things that we use today, and my tools that I use. But yeah, go back and review that. If you have questions after we're not live, you can post those, and I'll go back through and look at those and answer as best I can. So thank you. Come on over here, Big Daddy. Let's tell everybody goodbye.
We've had a couple questions. I'm going to ask you while I'm walking over there about the temperature of the glue. You want to answer that?
Yeah. When I do, let's see if you can see my glue pan. Yeah. I don't like my glue to be real runny. So I kind of like, see how this is kind of a honey consistency. And I don't know, let me see if the temperature shows on here when I've got this set at. This is set at what? About 250 is what this particular glue pan or electric skillet. It's not really a floral pan, but mine's at about 250 because I like to be able to have that gluey, gooey honey consistency. Like that. Can y'all see it? Yeah. If it's too runny, then it's kind of a mess. That's just my preference.
Use glue. You won't be sorry, and your customers will be happy.
Yeah, they'll love it. But look how cute this turned out. And then just embellish it however you want. And you can go back, see how some of the times this deco mesh will string up for you. Just go back and trim those things off. And I think it's cute. I haven't seen anything like this anywhere, so it may be something new and original I've come up with. I don't know. It was in my head and I had to make it, so strange things come out of my head. No comment.
I know when to speak and when not to speak.
Again, I'm Terry Marshall, David with Mill and Dill Designs, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. She's not here today, but we are. And I want to thank each and every one of you for spending this afternoon with us. And we look forward to doing more things in the future. We're going to do a few more tutorials. And be sure and go to our website. Click to follow us so that when we go live, you will be able to get a notification. You can hop on if your schedule allows us to spend some time together. And until next time, we will start making bunnies.
That's good. From Louisiana to the rest of the world and Australia, goodbye. And thanks for coming.
We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now let's take this and slide it off.